If you've ever been in a food or beer challenge, raise your hand. 80% of you smiled at that because you know it's true. Here's another challenge for you, a money-saving challenge. We understand it's hard to save money, but you can't go wrong when you take challenges to save money. They are fun and they stretch your discipline to the limit. If you don't know what challenge you can participate in, we've put together some top tips on the ones you must try. You can thank us by watching this video till the end and implementing the number 2 challenge. It may make you gain a little weight. Hey everybody, welcome to Frugal Facts. Today we're going to go over the top 10 saving money challenges you must try. Make sure to watch until number 1, because it's one of the most amazing saving tips I've ever seen. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you with saving tips regularly. Now let's get straight into the video. Number 10, the Loose Change Challenge. The Loose Change Challenge is a savings challenge where you save all the loose change you get after your shopping. We always spend the change we get by adding snacks to our shopping. The goal here is to make sure you save any money you get back from shopping. For example, if you get a change of $3.45, instead of passing by Starbucks on your way home, save that money. With time, your loose change will add up into not so loose hundreds of dollars. The purpose of this challenge is to ensure that you don't overspend money just because it's in small amounts. We use loose change without thinking that it can amount to a good amount of cash. What you decide to do with the accumulated money is up to you, but our recommendation would be to put it in your savings, emergency fund, or towards your retirement savings. Number 9, 52-Week Money Challenge. The 52-Week Challenge gained momentum in 2013 and is still popular around the world. In this challenge, the goal is to save an increasing amount every week for the 52 weeks of the year. For example, you save $1 in the first week, the second week $2, the third week $3, and so on. This means on week 52, you save $52. By the end of the year, your savings would amount to $1,378. This challenge helps you save for big purchases or just to have some cash for emergencies. It takes some getting used to, but when you're committed and disciplined, you can see it through. Start saving now, and by the end of the year, the progress will be noticeable. If you enter the challenge in the middle of the year, such as April, calculate the money you're supposed to have saved the months before and save it all at once. This helps you be in sync with other people you're in the challenge with. You may have to forego the challenges that cost you money instead of earning you savings, such as food and beer challenges. Number 8, the Join a Community Challenge. How does joining a community save me money? Not directly, but it saves you loads of cash. Local Facebook communities are created for exchanges and services. For example, if you're looking for a lawnmower, you'd have to go to the store and purchase one. A lawnmower costs anywhere between $200 and $400. You don't want your grass to overgrow because, besides looking ugly and unkempt, it breeds all sorts of insects. This forces you to spend money on the mower even when you don't want to. Before you commit your money to the store, find local community groups that exchange items for other items. In these community groups, people exchange different types of items such as tools, furniture, clothes, etc. And you're bound to find someone willing to exchange his lawnmower for an item you have. You get double the winnings because you do away with an item you don't need, which helps you declutter and create space, and you also save the $200 you'd have left at Walmart. Most cities and towns have these local community groups. You can find one that's closest to you and join them. Number 7, the $1 Challenge. What do you do with the $1 bills in your pocket? Most of us run to the dollar store to look for items we can spend them on. But instead of doing away with those pesky bills, here's a better idea. Enter the $1 Challenge. This is the challenge where you save all the $1 bills you have. Whether it's just 1 bill or 50, if there's a 1 printed on it, save it. These small bits add up with time, and you find yourself with a good amount of money. You can set the period in which you want to save the money. Most people set periods starting 3 months to 1 year. It is worth noting that sometimes we get derailed and we give up saving, but discipline is the key. If you commit to the challenge, it'll be dollar bills, y'all, for you. Number 6, the No Spend Challenge. If you're a shopaholic, you're going to love this challenge. Or maybe not. You may have a pretty hard time staying away from the malls and stores, but this will teach you spending discipline. In this challenge, you practice a spending freeze. You don't spend money on anything non-essential. Non-essentials are the things you can live without, such as the internet, premium subscriptions, Chick-fil-A, etc. You can only spend on essential needs such as food, medication, etc. See that $5 coffee you get from Starbucks on your way to work every morning? It's going to be a no when you're on a spending freeze. You can start small and build up to it. For example, you can do a no-spend weekend challenge and gradually build it up to a week challenge and so on. By the end of your challenge, you have a tidy sum that you didn't go into debt to get. Number 5. The $5 challenge. The $5 challenge works in many ways like the $1 challenge. This is because just like you did with the $1, you do the same with $5. To break it down, you save all the $5 bills you have. Saving $1 is easier if you have 50 bills because you'd be saving $50. With the $5 challenge, however, you find it difficult to save 50 bills, assuming you have them. But to win the challenge, you need discipline. Take out all the $5 bills you have in your wallet and put them in a piggy bank. You can set it anywhere from 1 month to 1 year, whichever you prefer. Those bills can add up to a pretty big amount because, assuming you could save at least 2 bills per day for 30 days, you save $300 in a month. You wouldn't have that money if you hadn't saved it. You'd have spent it on things you can't even remember. Number 4. The penny saving challenge. Most of us look down on pennies. We don't think they amount to anything. Have you saved your pennies lately? No? Here's a challenge. Starting now, put the pennies you have in a jar. Here's how the penny challenge works. On the first day, you save a penny. On day 2, you save 2 pennies, and so on. You keep increasing the pennies as days go by, such that you pay $3.65 on the last day of the challenge. By the end of the 365 days, your pennies will have accumulated to $667.95. Not bad for the coins we look down on, right? The coins you toss away like they don't matter could amount to hundreds of dollars. The penny saving challenge allows you to save money you wouldn't have saved otherwise. Don't toss those pennies, save them. As the saying goes, take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. Number 3. Debt-free challenge. This is one of those challenges that you must participate in, especially if you have a debt you need to do away with. The global debt ratio has hit an all-time high of 335% to GDP. This means that, even if you don't know it, you owe a debt somewhere. But let's talk about the debt that you are aware of. Is your debt giving you sleepless nights, making you wonder how you'll make payments? How about you do a debt challenge? This is a good way to repay what you owe so you can save money. To participate in this challenge, here are some steps you can take. Identify everyone you owe, whether it is credit card debt, your workplace, or even your bookie. Calculate how much you owe plus interest. Decide how much you should be saving per month towards your debt repayment. Determine the loan terms. Calculate how long you want to save for. Once you're armed with these, start saving. Pay off the debt that has the highest interest first, then the one with the smallest balance. Doing away with your debt leaves you with extra cash, which you can use to save or use to participate in another money-saving challenge. We'll give you a smart tip on what to do with your post-debt cash as soon as you like this video. Number 2. The Pantry/Freezer Cleanout Challenge. Groceries can eat into your budget. The average cost of groceries per month is $387, and that amount has increased since the pandemic. Your pantry is a good food store, but sometimes we buy food that we don't need and end up overspending. To curb this, you can do the Pantry and Freezer Cleanout Challenge. This is where you have to use up all the food in your pantry as well as your freezer before you can stock it up again. It is not as easy as it sounds. It may intimidate you at first, but you'll get it. To make it work, plan your meals around the food that you have in your house and only spend money when you need to buy something you don't have but you must use. You can find yourself cutting the money you spend on groceries in half. For example, if you use $500 in a month, you may find yourself spending $200 when you take the Pantry Challenge. We find that sometimes we throw food in our freezers away when they start tasting funny because they've been stored for so long. With this challenge, you can eat up all your food without throwing a single portion away. Number 1. The Weekly Challenge. If you get paid every week, this challenge can benefit you a great deal, but anyone can take the challenge regardless of how you get paid. The idea is to save a certain weekly amount, starting with a small amount and increasing gradually until you get to the end of the challenge or you hit your savings goal. For example, there is a weekly challenge that goes for 26 weeks in which people have been able to save up to $5,000. This is no small feat. You have to save up to $325 in the last week of the challenge. Sometimes you don't even get that much as your weekly wages and you have to find other ways to get the money. But there are no shortages of ways to collect the amount you need for saving. You can save on Starbucks, subscriptions, weekly shopping, etc. This gives you more money to help you save weekly. When you hit your target, you can decide to continue for the second leg of the year to make the $10,000 goal. When you're on that vacation, you'll know you went through blood, sweat, and tears to save for it. So there you have it. What money-saving challenges have you participated in, and how have they helped you? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of saving money tips and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of saving money tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.